Such a happy logo.
Yeah, that block just keeps smiling all day.
I wonder what that Alienware sponsorship's worth.
I don't know. I'm not actually sure who's paying who for it.
Yeah, because it's not like Alienware makes an engine or anything.
Yeah, say they must be paying this War of Mine to put their logo at the splash screen.
They paid for naming rights, like a football stadium.
I think that's why so many things say best on Alienware.
This alien war of mine.
Brought to you by Pepsi.
That would be a significantly less dark game. I think it's the humanity in this game is what makes it so tough.
There we go.
Yeah, I was worried when I was playing it too.
It just took a second.
Glad I have this book.
Me too, Bruno.
I also am glad you have this book. Oh, Marco's got something to say.
Also, Bruno's hungry.
Well, yeah, everyone's hungry.
What's the other thing he has?
Alina gave me 2 beautiful girls. We were so happy. When the war broke out, we decided they would be safer at my mother's house in the country. I stayed with my team to help people. We thought all this would be over in a couple of weeks. It's been almost 3 years now. Phones are dead, so I've been sending letters through anyone leaving the city. So, it's worth mentioning that, you know Pavel's story?
About being the footballer, or what?
Like, his story about his son and all that?
Mm-hmm.
We're done learning about that.
We are.
We don't get any more of that.
Because he's dead.
The only thing we'll learn more about him on is the epilogue Where Are They Now segment. And I think you can guess where he is now.
In a warehouse. Maybe in a barrel.
Breaking Bad style.
That's a waste of acid.
What else are you gonna use it for in wartime? Without getting the NATO in here.
I don't think NATO gets involved in. I don't think NATO gets involved in criminal enterprises.
Well, they kind of did in the Bosnian War, but
the UN kind of tries to get involved in like weird ways.
It was more like they were the reason that involvement was made for war crimes, since the NATO peacekeeping force was attacked. Turns out they don't take kindly to that.
Oh yeah, I suppose if organized crime is going after NATO, then NATO will respond to organized crime. That's some fucking cojones to try and if we're a criminal organization to fight the military, but I guess like
oh no, that to my recollection that was allegedly the Bosnians.
Oh, okay.
War atrocities committed by the military. Speaking of.
Mortar shell exploded in the marketplace, so NATO's going to come in and start attacking their artillery arrangements, right?
Temperatures are very low.
Maybe, but that takes time.
We've got to hold out until the airstrikes begin.
We have time.
All we have is time.
And snow. We have a lot of snow.
It will never stop.
And a lot of canned goods.
Yeah.
Those will eventually stop.
We have 11 meats.
A fine assortment of meats.
If we have to, we can eat them raw. Chicken sushi, my favorite.
Oh.
Excuse me for making chicken tartare. Deep cuts on King of the Hill jokes.
I was thinking of that Left 4 Dead 2 Ellis quote, but it's been so long I can't remember it all.
The only part you really need to remember is, and then my organs started shutting down to start heading the chicken off at the pass.
Nah, it was Ellis's friend Keith. All his stories were Ellis's friend Keith.
Then Keith's organs started shutting off to head the chicken off the pass.
Dude had his like $20 a susho, so he decided he'd make his own. He made chicken sushi.
Bruno is well fed now. Quite a feast.
Why is Bruno well fed?
I felt like it.
And then Marco fused with Bruno temporarily to get some more food.
Look, Bruno's not even sad anymore. He's not sad about Pavla.
I am well feed. He was. I'm well feeding everyone to remove their sadness.
Marco and Bruno
look how they
briefly
move
turned
now.
into a mecha Shiva.
Is that why they serve food at funerals?
Oh, don't do this.
I mean, you gotta do something.
Everyone just
Gotta
full
make a
of
big
food.
old plate of funeral fudge.
Look how fast everyone moves now.
Yeah, this would be a good night to go fight the warehouse again.
Sure would.
Oh, that's so many filters. Are you gonna make the door today?
I'm thinking about it.
Does that actually do a better job of like keeping raiders out?
It does.
Like I'm guessing you still have raiders attack.
You still have raiders attack, but it sort of counts as having a guard regardless of whether you have people awake.
Right, yeah, because you have booby traps in your place.
And an alarm.
I think I do make it here. Look at him move.
You can get so much done. God, that reminds me of the I think that was a story on Risk a long time ago. That somebody there was a story from a recreational cocaine user who saw a friend came by and they saw that they left some cocaine behind, and so they took it, and then they because they were gonna go clean the kitchen, and so they wanted to make it fun. And so they were done. They took a bump off of that. Then they cleaned the kitchen, and then they're like, "Man, the bathrooms look filthy. Let's clean those." And then like, "Oh man, the stove's filthy. Oh man, the oven's filthy." And it's like 6 hours later, my roommate came back, and that's what I was doing. It's like, dude, that cocaine was great. It's like, oh, that wasn't cocaine. That was crystal meth.
Oh no.
That's a bad mistake. Yeah, we've been playing the guitar so long, I forgot how nice the ambient music is.
Yeah, it is also guitar.
I'm not sure what this instrument is. It could just be a keyboard filter.
Yeah, it's a keyboard. I mean, it could. So the thing is, when you get into electronic instruments, things get weird. I've seen filters on electric guitars that made them sound like organs.
Neat.
I guess that makes sense. All it is transforming a wave.
Yeah, there was a band that did that to do a cover of The Doors without an organ player.
Clever.
I wonder if Jim Morrison would approve. I suppose it would really matter on what sort of drugs he was offered.
Jim Morrison would ask what you said and then jump out a window before you answered. Here's me forgetting what it takes to get through this place.
Where did you just go?
The construction site, I think.
Ah, okay.
Saws, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I like how much the map changes.
Yeah.
There is actually a fair amount of variance.
Oh man, good thing you got here before. Good thing you cleared out the flooding before.
Oh man. Just random stuff I can break.
Oh, you did bring a saw blade.
Chop those boxes. Make them into firewood.
I
Make everything into firewood.
I have a crowbar and a lockpick I didn't even need. Some stuff.
You know, it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. We've done that so many times now.
The stench of decay
I
is
say
unbearable.
we like I'm playing this game.
These bodies must be months old as they're falling apart. Some have bullet holes in their heads, but no other obvious signs of violence. Are they rebels killed by the army? Prisoners shot by the rebels? Whoever did this tried to conceal the crime by flooding the basement. Maybe they intended to collapse the building and bury the evidence under the rubble.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that's why the place was flooded,
Huh.
That's also why there were just random military dudes hanging out.
presumably. But look at this stuff!
Yeah, those bodies probably have lots of things on them.
Look at all these meds!
Which is really just even more dark. If they executed them and didn't even bother to take what was on them.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and stuff I've read about the Bosnian War.
Yeah.
About all the refugees who were just rounded up and given to the Serbians.
You know, maybe this is a good thing. It kind of helps put the American current political situation into context a little.
What, that we don't have people being put into flooded construction buildings?
Yet.
That we're not actively involved in a civil war.
As I understand it, that's mostly the way that older Russian citizens feel about Putin. Younger citizens tend to protest. Older citizens are like, you haven't even seen bad.
Except a lot of the older citizens were under the first Putin time.
Well, a lot of them, you know, generally speaking, a lot of them would be under Stalin's rule.
Yeah, and I admit it's worse. Clicked off the window.
That's pro strats.
So this is just me sprinting through the construction site, seeing if there's any wood to chop.
Furniture! I need the furniture! Got any dressers?
There's plenty of snow.
And here's me consistently forgetting how to navigate this place.
Man, this is a noticeable speed increase.
Yeah, the well-fed bonus is real nice.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fairly nice for combat, too.
Hey, next time could you see what it's like with Pavla?
Never forget.
Hey, on the This War of Mine community, Pavel Well-Fed is considered one of the biggest juggernauts in combat.
Why, can he just clear the distance before they can shoot at him?
He's real fast. He's real fast. Though generally speaking, you still want Roman.
Yeah, the actual soldier.
Yeah. I don't know how to get there.
You can't get there from here.
Yeah, you and me both, buddy.
What's that mean? What did that mean?
You and me both? I don't know how to get there.
Did that have a deeper meaning, or do you just not know how to get onto that ledge?
I just don't know how to get up there.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't know if you meant in, like, the ephemeral sense, like, life. I don't know how to get there.
I think I have more direction in my life than that. Actually, my biggest problem is I don't know where there is. If I knew where there was, I might have a chance of knowing how to get to it.
Decent little haul today.
Yeah.
A single smoke for Bruno.
Also, man, you need to make like another hatchet like right away, basically. Can you chop your hatchet up into more firewood?
We're honestly at the point where I might have enough wood for the rest of the game.
Man, that's basically like asking how do you get the clamshell packaging off your scissors.
teeth, right? That's my thing.
Teeth, maybe, if you've got, like, orthotics.
Teeth, maybe if you're Jaws from the Bond films.
There's 4 more bullets.
No, orthotics are for feet. Never mind.
Yeah.
You kept those raiders away though.
Yeah. No time.
You know, I think it was over Christmas that I learned that the guy who played Jaws in the Bond movies, his first role was in an episode of The Monkees.
Wow.
Where he played Frankenstein.
It actually makes perfect sense.
Let's see. Now
And you don't recognize him because he wears like a Beatles wig.
Yeah.
everyone has no conditions.
Yeah.
We are absolutely neutral.
Yes.
That is so good. Neutrality and normalcy has been our goal the entire time.
It's true. No news is better than bad news. And no news is good news, I guess is the phrase.
No one's even tired. Everyone slept last night. Oh, I guess Marco's tired.
Yes, how could Marco have slept?
Fine, Marco is tired, but other than that, no conditions.
Yeah, and Marco's sleeping it off. Oh yeah, actually, he wouldn't be able to sleep at all if he had no conditions.
But he'll wake up and then we'll have no conditions.
Yep. Have we not had sugar lately?
I think there's been plenty of sugar, you just haven't been making anything with it.
Yeah, we got 20 sugar. Just, I've been wanting to save the filters for,
Water.
Yeah. Makes sense.
water.
It's slightly more important than alcohol.
And actually, now that you mention it,
Oh, there we go. Yes? No?
glad I have this book. Not now, Zlata. Radio time.
Stop reading.
Minor atrocities.
Aha!
Oh, huh.
Alright, we now have a timer for the end of the campaign.
Oh man.
In approximately 2 weeks, so we're about 2/3 of the way through the game.
Dang. Well, I guess that makes sense. It actually fits with the Bosnian War timeline. Like I said a couple of times, NATO stepped in when it became apparent that the Serbians were intentionally shelling civilians.
So right now, our goal, now that we know what our goalpost is to just get to a point where we can glide into the finish line.
Just coast to the finish. And hope that the news was correct.
Such peaceful music.
Well, it's a good thing because we've cleared out most spots, but, we're in a good position to finish, even if we never collected anything else. Especially if Franco came by once or twice.
Yeah, and most of the places still have plenty of stuff left.
Maybe.
Like,
what
you still haven't cleared out Sniper's Alley yet.
Yeah, most of what's left is in owned places, though, which are morale hits at worst and or morale hits at best, and the military or the warehouse at worst.
So, I've been looking up the way the end of the campaign works. Funnily enough, someone once got that message, and in fact, a later message that peacekeeping forces were going to be in like a week, 7 days into his campaign.
Huh.
And then about a week later, he got the following message. We are disappointed to bring you the news, but the promised international intervention has been indefinitely postponed.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, just randomly you could get like a false alarm peacekeeping force.
That's rough.
But eventually, the campaign does end as normal.
Huh, still recorded as lots of weapons.
Yep.
I mean, when you need a weapon, any weapon is lots of weapons.
I suppose so, but I don't even know what it could be there.
Almost enchilada.
Parts of a saw blade. From when you cut the bars open.
I just wanted to say 100% on the gas station. That's honestly why I'm here.
This isn't really a perfectionist type of game, though.
No, but I'm a perfectionist type of person.
Oh, you needed a saw.
I brought a saw.
Oh, okay. Did you bring a crowbar?
Nope. Angry menu application. Can't believe there's a crowbar box there. But hey, still worthwhile.
4 diamonds. That's pretty good. If Franco ever comes around again. Which he almost certainly will in the next 2 weeks.
I don't think Franco ever really leaves. I'm not even sure he reduces his amount of visits.
Well, I think he'd probably be coming by. He'd probably be coming by more often with, signs that the war's about to end.
Yeah, he's gotta get his profits out before the war ends.
Yeah, you want to cash in your chips.
The wartime economy is all I've ever known.
He's made a pretty good living for himself in 1 month.
He's a very enterprising businessman.
Take it all. Marco's back.
So what weapon was even found there?
Of
the lots of weapons?
None. There's still a box I haven't opened yet.
Okay. Alright, because you needed a crowbar to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
or
I
a lockpick, but
and I don't
crowbars are much
believe
more efficient.
I don't believe either books or jewelry have a thing for the scavenging menu. Bruno said.
Yep.
The shell casings may count for that.
They
shell
do.
casings and gunpowder.
They both do count for that.
Maybe that's why there's lots of weapons. Look, there's 7 weapons there.
Although we did figure out that it doesn't count the things in your personal stash, right?
Yeah, apparently. Because it said that Sniper's Alley was 95% scavenged.
It might? I don't know, because I know I've done runs where I had picked up and placed everything and it was still giving me those markers. I had picked up and stashed everything. It definitely does include furniture as part of the calculation, though. You can't get 100% unless you chop every piece of furniture.
Also, just realized it's weird that we can't open the box with a hatchet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's locked too strongly. The entire fiber of the box is held together.
To be fair, it'd be tough to take an
If
axe
one
to
fiber of the box is out of place, the box will explode under tensile force. It's like a fucking Prince Rupert's drop.
Looks like a scene from the middle of Hellraiser.
Yeah, I mean, chopping at a metal filing cabinet or something with an axe does seem rather unlikely to work well.
More beef. We have 15 meats.
Man.
You have much rat beefs.
We honestly probably could just never go scavenging again. Franco's here. The rich get
I
richer.
feel like you would run out of. I feel like you'd run out of things to make things to trade for things.
Yeah, not in the next 2 weeks, most likely.
I don't know. I feel like this is a game that convinces you have a surplus of stuff.
Yeah, it can. I always feel like I have too much of everything until I need something. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that just life?
Like,
though?
well, I've traded everything but the food now. Let's see. Got some parts. It's very generous.
Yeah, you only traded him 1 diamond.
Give me everything you have, Franco. Now, it'd be interesting if it gave you the chance to mug Franco and take everything he had, but he never shows up again.
Yeah.
It'd be very fitting in a roguelike sense. You can just shoot the merchant and take all his stuff.
Oh god, he has the best guns. Who knew? Excuse me while I trade medication for cigarettes while I have an unwell tenant.
It's what Bruno would have wanted. Admit it.
No, it's not. Shut up, Bruno.
I don't care about you people.
Yeah, Bruno is the most selfish person that is not a soldier.
Yeah, but Roman was a child soldier, I think.
Honestly, probably the most selfish person is Arika, the street urchin.
I don't know, because at least when I was playing as her, she seemed upset whenever I stole with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe I got unlucky.
Code of the streets, I don't know. I'm working on a frankly specious memory.
That's okay. I could be mistaken, but I think, like, I had intended... I took Rowan and Erica, and I thought I'd be fine stealing stuff, but she got all upset.
What? What do you mean I'm wasting your time, Franco?
He wouldn't take a diamond for those 2 hunks of beef.
Wartime economy.
Yeah. Pack a steak? Nah, I need 2 diamonds. Can I have the family pack steaks? You can't afford that.
Do you know what it takes to sell a conflict diamond in a war full of millennials?
Oh. 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 Man. Yeah. Let's hope that millennials will solve the De Beers problem naturally.
By the way,
I mean, have you seen those articles about, like, the millennials aren't buying so many diamonds? And then the first comment on the article is, I work at a grocery store.
Yeah.
I work at a gas station.
Yeah. And then I think somebody else made a version of that drill tweet that's like, please help me, my family is starving. It's like $150 on food, $75 on utilities, $9,000 on diamonds.
Spend less money on diamonds. No.
I think the drill tweet was still funnier just because it was $3,000 on candles.
You can spend less money on candles. No.
And I think the follow-up was, fine, watch your family die while you feed your weird candle fetish.
Now, we got lots of meat, but our alcohol supply is dangerously low.
Gotta fix that. Not a good meat haul without the, I don't know, pure distilled alcohol.
Without what is essentially rubbing alcohol.
You'll get drunk real fast, and then you'll get blind real fast.
Yeah, not quite rubbing alcohol. I'm not sure what methyl alcohol is derived from, but does it come from the same source as ethyl?
I know that when you produce alcohol, at least when you produce distilled alcohol, that you also get an amount of distilled methanol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why when you're moonshining, you have to throw away the first the first couple gallons that come out, because those all have methanol, and that will get in your eyes and make you blind.
Yeah. Like, they're both hydrocarbons. They're just varying amounts of C's and H's.
I'm also not sure why methanol will reliably come out first. Maybe it's just lighter and evaporates faster and condenses easier.
I think it's heavier, actually.
Yeah, those 1H or 1O makes a big difference. H2O versus H2O2, for example.
Yeah.
Or COO versus CO.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, granted, having a high COO environment is kind of bad for your health, but it's not on the same scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you leave it and get back into an OO environment, you can continue living. Whereas if you breathe enough CO, it's all bound to your hemoglobin, and your body can't process oxygen anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So we're back in the supermarket. We got our Marx Brothers quote over here.
Boy, it is slim pickings.
We're just here to beat up a bunch of
chop
dresser
up this
drawers.
single furniture piece.
And we're here to look hesitantly at what's left in the pile outside.
Eat shit, IKEA.
Surprisingly slim pickings for hatchetables.
Well, the supermarket's mostly made of metal shelves, so...
Nah, it's just grid metal.
Like being able to transport goods.
The beds here are unchoppable.
They're, yeah, probably metal bed frames.
Cannot chop the barrels.
They're the kegs.
No, but this is probably family owned. Alright, let's see what's left in this pile. Fucking bonanza! We got cut off by fighting and we forgot to come back. And by we, I mean me.
Yeah, honestly, you just have to keep going to, like, Sniper's Junction and, like, and this place, and you're good for a couple of days at least.
We're sitting on, like, 19 food. We're good for probably the remainder of the campaign.
I like the...
What's up, Matt?
I do like that that's still, like, this is the state of the game, is that even in our most luxurious environment, it's like, everybody can afford to eat once a day. Like, we're excited for that now.
You don't even know how many hunks of meat on a single bone I have.
We're just getting straight up caveman in here. I can make a meal without vegetables.
Guess who's got 2/3 of a carrot? Ain't an hour of the day that my swag stops.
Oh, that's refugee style. This week on MTV's Cribs.
That's a nest egg right there. Alright. I suppose if you want to take issue with the atmosphere of this game at times, it is possible to thrive a bit too much.
Well, you got all the good survivors, too. It would be difficult to have this kind of surplus with the teacher squad.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we don't have Pavel to send out on missions anymore.
Pavel would have loved this guy. Bruno's our only
Rip
person
Pavel.
that's not tired or sick.
He is frozen in place, though.
And the game crashed.
Well, next time, Internet.
Let's see what the game re-rolls that event into. Good night.
That was a good note to end on.